The importance of being authentically you. As I told y'all in the last Motivational Monday, my poetry is unique. When I read that poem to the group of people I thought were my friends and they laughed at me, it was a poem about how living in my mother's house was a prison that I was slowly dying in. I talked about how I was self-destructing and how my family seems to live off my pain, and these people I called friends laughed at me. I felt so small, and my attempt to creatively say I'm barely holding on became a joke to the people that called me sis. The only thing that kept me holding on was my higher-ups. I stopped sharing my gift for a while, but I didn't stop writing, because if I did, I would surely die. At my first performance, the lady that booked me loved my art. Her insecure daughter and jealous friends caused a lot of problems for me behind the scenes. So much so that it was enough to make me consider stopping performing, which is my natural gift and birthright. However, the next month after performing, only for barely a month, I ended up performing at the top venue on my bucket list to perform in the area. Crazy, right? I even had a couple of hurdles at that performance. Now that I think about it, every performance I've had in the last 5 years, I've had some sort of hurdle I had to overcome, but I still got the job done. As y'all have heard me mention so many times before, I ended up performing for the NAACP in 2019. The crazy thing is, I almost didn't take that performance. I didn't feel like my type of poetry, style, or background aligned with what the NAACP was about. I felt like I wouldn't be able to connect with that audience. Once again, every performance I've had has come with hurdles and obstacles. I was late for my performance, which wouldn't have been a big deal, but I was a featured performer printed on the program to go out on a scheduled time, and I also had a seat on the panel with other important people who were also featured in the program. I was embarrassed once I realized the high-level standard I was put at, and I was late. But then, as I was rehearsing my poem about Black people's struggles and pains from the injustice of the quote-unquote system, I looked up at my audience of over 100 people 5 minutes before they called my name, and my audience was predominantly white. I almost got up and walked out the building. I thought there was no way in hell I could spit this poem for them. The promoter would never book me again. Then I thought about changing my poem to one about unity between Black and white people. But I heard a little voice in the back of my head say, "Do the poem you came to do. Don't worry about your audience." I spit the poem and I got a standing ovation, including the panel. That opportunity led me to other life-changing, important opportunities because I showed up and I was authentically me. Always be yourself, no matter what. This is Motivational Mondays, and I'm the Virgo Garden.